I'm under the weather. I've been feeling sick since today is Thursday, so since Tuesday night. Phew. Right, so yesterday I was at work, yeah. Of course, there's always some shenanigans at work that's happening. And you would think it's the patients, but no, it's the people that you work with, right? I don't know if it's like a competition thing, or some people are just toxic. I'm not sure, you know what I mean? It was a Filipino girl and a Indian girl, right? And the thing is that I don't have a problem with people from like different backgrounds, whatever. But if you're moving as a collective and you're doing things at my expense and at my residents' expense, then yeah, I have a problem with that, you know. And the reason I say at my expense, because I'm a healthcare provider, so they attack me first, you know, because, you know, I take care of people, so you attack the hero first, I guess. But anyways, I'm no hero, but, you know, in their head I am, so, you know. But yeah, so as soon as I entered the floor, the unit, I started doing my work right away, you know. As soon as I see errors and stuff, I fix it, right? And then this Filipino, she just like went off, you know. Here's the thing, okay? Because my instructor was a Filipino lady, right? She didn't teach me shit, you guys. She was like sabotaging me and everything. And now that I'm doing really well, like in my career, which they didn't reach, you know, help me reach my, you know, career goal, whatever. They were actually sabotaging me, right? So why would you sabotage me and then try to take credit for the things I'm doing at work? You know what I mean? Again, like one thing I noticed about them, particularly like the Asian community, you know, they don't have good customer service skills. So they like yell at the residents and stuff like that. And then when they see me just being friendly, because I'm a bubbly person, just naturally, right? And then they get irritated. I'm like, what the hell? So she got irritated because for one, right, you just gotta know like the human psyche. It doesn't, you know, matter well, how you feel. It's all about the resident, you know what I mean? But they don't understand that. They're so selfish. Holy, you know. And sometimes I think they're rude on purpose when they're working for, say, a company that's not owned by Asians, because, you know, they don't want that company to have customers. You know, because otherwise you would not go out of your way, you know, to make your products look good at work and, you know, try to sabotage other businesses. It just doesn't make sense, right? And I feel like they're doing that on purpose. They just want to be good, you know, salespeople at their at their companies, which I don't shop there because their products are shitty anyways. So, you know, again, because they move as a collective. I remember like I used to work in Weyburn, and so I was working with this girl. I was new again. She insisted that she knew everything, right? So they told us one of the residents has to have their railing up because they have history of just like climbing out of the bed and stuff like that, right? So she's like, no, we're not gonna put the railing up, you know what I mean? Because I was paying attention when I was getting orientated by other caregivers, right? Again, this is a Filipino girl that told me to leave the railing down. She was like literally arguing with me, and there's cameras there, right? And then I got called in the office because of her. Manager was like, did you guys leave the railing down? And I was like, but the other caregiver was arguing with me. She insisted that she knew everything, and then she told me that they're letting her go because she does stuff like that. That was not my fault. I was like literally walking around that area just to make sure the resident was okay, and then because there's another resident that was just like walking around and stuff. She was asking questions like, don't listen to her, she's stupid. I'm like, what the hell, right? You know what I mean? So I brought this up because the current place that I'm working at, right? So yesterday, one of the caregivers, the Filipino caregivers, right? She's like, I'm going on my break, and you do this resident. And the thing is, like, she didn't explain to me like everything, right? And I'm like, something's wrong. Like, I can feel it, because when people are manipulating with their words, it's weird, right? It felt wrong. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ask more questions. Again, she didn't tell me if there's resident needs their railing. Again, because she was hyper focused on this resident. As soon as I enter, she's like, don't do this, don't do that with this resident, blah, 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 blah. And then when she was telling me to get her ready for bed, she didn't mention that she needed her railing. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put the railing up and then ask her just to be safe, right? And then as soon as I asked her, she got so defensive. I'm like, what the heck? Why are you so defensive? I'm just asking you a question, regarding a resident's safety, but you're yelling. Like, why are you so defensive? What the heck, right? And then it clicked. And I'm like, oh, you're looking out for that girl. You're trying, to project her mistakes onto me, because I was working with her and stuff. But yeah. In the care home in Weyburn, Saskatchewan, right? Anyways, this is the background noise. I'm just at the library hall and the theater hall because I stay at the shelter and we're not allowed to be there during the day except nights and for supper and lunch and breakfast. But yeah, so speaking of work, right? One thing I noticed, they have the harassment and bullying signs, because there's no way, they just put no harassment and no bullying for no reason, you know what I mean? Because there are people that are doing it, they're just giving you a heads up if you're like new on how to manage it and stuff like that. Because yeah, anyways, yeah, it's super weird, because in a healthy environment, right, like a healthy work environment, there's no that sign, except when there's people who are bullying and stuff. Like, that's what I noticed. Anyways, it's just to give you a heads up too. Because again, I read between the lines, I'm like, oh, what do they mean? Who's the bully here? I don't know, because I want to protect myself, right? Yeah, because I'm a healthcare provider, that's why I mix my my dinners and my lunch and breakfast, because you work all hours. Food is food anyways, who cares, right? As long as I get good sleep, yeah, I don't have bags under my eyes and I have this, pimple on my eyes because I wore a bad foundation, As long as I eat good, I'm good. I don't need to wear some sort of foundation to cover it. Cover whatever. There's nothing there. So it is what it is.